All right, so we start day 7 of the Escapes by Globus Polish and Albania escape in Albania with no pork on our breakfast plate. So today we are going to tour downtown Tirana, and then we have an optional tour in the afternoon that's going to be, let me get that for you, a walking tour of Kurja, which we're going to learn about the purge there. Because somehow in Tirana, the purge is still legal. So we're gonna see Tirana, ancient Roman city, clock tower, symbol of the Ottoman architecture. So it's got a lot of Turkish here, but you know what they don't have? Again, they don't have pork because we're in a predominantly Muslim country now. So we've got a walking tour that includes lunch. We're going to check out the Ottoman Bazaar, which basically means the Turkish Bazaar. So I want you to join along as we do our last day here. Again, Globus would call this day 8. I'm calling this day 7. We call tomorrow day 9. I'm going to kind of maybe pin everything together when we're flying out, or we might have a flight day. But it's really just a 7-day tour, because the first day you just get dinner and the last day you just get breakfast. So I call it a 7-day tour, and I think I'm rightfully so, with 6 actual excursions on it, because yesterday was just a travel day. So follow along as we do a walking tour of Tirana's Bayou Adventure. Now, we're going to do a walking tour, and then we're going to go to the murder village, where we'll talk about that. But basically the purge still exists somewhere in the world, and for some reason we're going to the murder village. I don't know why. Stay tuned. All right, so we are out on a walking tour of Tirana now. This place is communist as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look around. Look around and you'll see it's a world of pure communism. There's a little bit of capitalism in that building. It looks like buildings that are stacked up. There's the thing that says, I love tea. I don't really know what tea is. Is that Mr. Tea? Is that the drink you have instead of coffee? Green tea, black tea, herbal tea, mint tea. I'm not sure what tea is. I think it's supposed to be Tirana. But, I mean, I guess in Albania, it's easy to just call something tea, because I'll pity the fool. There's some weird looking buildings, but these are mostly communistic buildings here. You can see that one there. Yeah, very communistic. We're just learning about the communism. This is like a red state, Russia stuff that I'm not going to post until I'm out of this country, because I don't want to be tarred and feathered by the government. I can tell you, Albania is one of those places that's a one and done for me. I did find a tiki bar here, so that'll be later tonight. But let's listen to some of what the guide is saying here.
We can also move slowly, so for not holding you a lot of time in the same place. And so 17th century, it was a mixture of population, Christian and Muslim, but of course Christian wanted to have their church. It was allowed by Pasha. Church was Saint Procopio Church, which became also the protector or patron of the city. But it was moved 3 times, the church. Once was here, then in the main boulevard, then ended up in the Grand Park of Tirana. During communism period, almost all churches and mosques, all cult objects, were destroyed or converted into other
watch out,
activities.
behind you. Behind you. You're about to run into.
So churches and mosques were almost destroyed, and it happened also in that Saint Procopio Church, like the other ones. Many cultures in it. We have lots of archaeological beautiful parks, not sites, parks. They are wonderful UNESCO World Heritage. So, I mean, We had this also during communism period, and we have it also now. Now it's full of people interested in coming and visit us. But during that period of time, few of them, and as I mentioned, they were all like followed under big surveillance of the secret system. So secret system was not working only for us to see all our movements, but for anyone who was entering in Albania. There is more to show. Okay, we will proceed our walk just behind the mosque where the bunker is. Just to know, in case this is today is Saturday, because Friday usually they keep the mosque closed. If any one of you wants to enter, just to enter to visit the mosque inside, you have to remove shoes, just to know. No, it doesn't matter, we are not like so extreme rules, but shoes should be removed. And just in case you want to offer something, because there is free of charge, I mean, to enter. Just to know.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like next we're actually going into a bunker. So that's going to be a former anti-nuclear bunker of the Ministry of the Interior. Yeah, we're gonna go in that bunker soon. Let's hear a little bit about the bunker before we go in to the bunker.
You know, so you know what to expect inside the bunker. Huh? So first of all, why a bunker? Here we are in a city center, but in Albania it was built like 750,000 bunkers all over the country. So the dome that you see here, this is recently built because of the museum. No one knew that here was existing an underground bunker, because here was the Ministry of Interior Affairs. So in a case of a possible attack by revisionists like Russians are and imperialists like Americans are, you are.
Whoa! Wow! We're going to Murder Mountain later.
This is
It was we thought in that period of time. I'm saying exactly. We were worried if you could attack. Why you didn't attack us? So now this is your fault.
never got to use the bunker. All these 700 bunkers around. Never got to use it.
So, bunkers were, some of them, only protection position in old borders, coastal areas. So, in order to protect a possible incoming of an attack. But of course, there are anti-atomic bunkers also, like this one that we are going to visit. This is not the only one. This can be more than 20 rooms, 23, 24 rooms. Another one is 5 floors underground. So it's more than 100 rooms in it, 106, something like this. So this was dedicated to Ministry of Interior Affairs, Minister of Interior Affairs, with the staff and secret system also. And the other one for the General Command of the Army. And the General Commandant of the Army was a dictator. It means the living room also there, with toilets and anything that they needed. The offices, the training offices, meeting offices, parliament office, everything they needed. Shops inside, stores for it. They could stay in those bunkers for 6 months. 6 months. Every building in Albania during communism period had an underground shelter. So not all of them anti-atomic, of course. We destroyed, unfortunately. Now we are in those. We destroyed those. We don't have any more available spaces for that. And so each apartment, each flat, whatever could be, 1 room in the kitchen, 2 room in the kitchen, had a small, like 9 square meter, even less, 8, 7, whatever, just to go underground in case of a war. Never happened anything, except they were doing like games sometimes. I had experiences one game in my life. Later maybe I'll tell you about that. But I mean, this investment, which is costing a lot, I can't say you numbers, but I can say, trying to compare it. He could resolve the question of inhabitation for everyone in Albania in case he will invest on bunkers. Never used these bunkers, this one and the other one that I mentioned, it was used only once for inauguration. And they were paid for that. We never knew who was behind us. It might be also a member of the family, who knows? Of course, the member of the family is not spying us, but is spying our best friends, neighbors. You know. So we had this life in that period. On one side, we were living with this fear that after 1 minute something can happen. On the other side, we had from one another also a big support, like an alliance, a kind of an assistant, because a friend was a friend in that period. So with full notion of principle of friend. And now that doesn't exist anymore, you know. Now are the only interest. In that period of time, what was the interest? People were equal. Salaries low. Not a big difference between an intellectual who was a professor or an architect or a person who was a worker. Poor people, village farmers, they were suffering a lot. Until we broke the relationship with Chinese. Let's say our economy was poor, but was not as poor as it became later when we didn't get anymore any international support. Because in later period, from late 70s until 1990, let's say the country entered in a disparating economic issues, problems. So starving, almost. But for not exaggerating, let's start. How many we are?
Okay, so we are 39. Just to let you know, inside is 1 by 1 literally. You won't what she will say, you will be behind.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to see what Albana is talking about. So that's why we're gonna 1 by 1. There is a toilet as a
In the end, there is a toilet, or otherwise, because it's only one, and you can imagine. Otherwise, we will take a walk after the visit of bunker, like 5 minutes in this street, where this car is, and there are public toilets. So it's up to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
New borders, not only for Albania, but Kosovo, and for that reason, is still this conflict going on. Because it wasn't agreement in 1913. So let's say that both parts has their So 1925, our president of the republic.
So we're in the bunker now, and I'm amazed at how upfront these people are about their history. They're basically talking about murder mountains and secret KGBs and stuff like that. It's crazy. You think they'd want to hide this? But no, they celebrate it for tourists. They celebrate their corruption. And I assume that's the emergency phone. But yeah, they're literally celebrating. They have a KGB that's telling on people and everything. This is insane. Why they're celebrating this, I don't know. I truly don't know why they're celebrating it. But it's also insane at the same time. Wow, the corruption goes on. This is the collaborators' home from the secret system. And then there's a camera that's bored through the wall into the intercepted's home. And there's a Betamax recorder. They literally have no shame. I love this. They admit that they're terrible people. Russia and the KGB would never admit that they're terrible people. This is incredible. Just to show you how deep this went, there's a barber chair because your barber would be a member of the secret system. And then foreigners, they would tap their phones in hotels. Nowadays, if I'm staying in a hotel, you know what I'm doing right now? I've already done it. I'm keeping my VPN on full time. This is crazy. This is levels above crazy that they willingly admit. They willingly admit that they did this. Crazy. You want to take special 5-day course to become spy photographer? Yes, oh my God. Photography is seen as evidence against enemies, as a propaganda tool. This is how photos were manipulated. There's a whole bunch of photo stuff there.
Look at all the secret.
These are the secret camera gear. Wait, that's like a gun.
Yeah, it is. Secret shooting.
Oh my God. This museum is insane. How they're admitting this. I just don't get it, but I guess I want to take the 5-day course to become a spy photographer because that seems like fun. So we are legitimately in the minister's bedroom right now. This is a bunker under the Ministry of the Interior in Tirana, Albania. And we go from the bedroom to the boardroom. And look, they even had a computer. What type of computer? It's very basic. Oh wow, this is one of the first computers used by the Albanian Ministry of Internal Affairs. It's the Commodore PET home personal computer produced from 1997. Got a big old TV. And we've got an office right here. This is crazy. This is all underground, right under the Ministry of the Interior is where we are right now. This is like their little Oval Office, underground nuclear bunker, the corruption, the secret system, all of that. This is pure insanity. I don't think I'd ever want to come back to Albania, but to see this and document it once is really quite cool. I mean, this is all mahogany. Kind of reminds me of my grandpa's back room in his house, which is crazy. And then, like I said, there's a bedroom right back here. We'll go back to the bedroom again. But there's a bedroom right back there. Oh, and there's the red phone. Don't pick up the red phone. Wow. I think next we're going to go to the Murder Mountain, but I could be totally wrong. But I think next we go to Murder Mountain. And yeah.
No,
before we leave the bunker, we have to go to the decontamination room. Decontamination room. Oh no, we're filled with nuclear fallout. Is this like a haunted house? How do we get out? You gotta go through here, open this door. It's like an airlock. Good God. But I guess this is how you deal with nuclear fallout, even though there were never any nukes dropped here. We've gone through the decontamination room. And guess what? We survived the decontamination room. We went from green to blue. Although those colors don't make sense. It should be blue to green. But decontamination room, now we can leave the bunker. Finally. Bunker time.
Press the red button.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. And I guess that's an engine or?
Yes.
Oh, it's to move the air. Now they use something a little more modern. Probably from the 60s. That was a really cool museum, I have to say myself. All right, so now we've been left alone in the city walls for 45 minutes before we go up to Murder Mountain. That was actually a pretty damn cool tour. At the beginning, I was like, eh. But then, after you start publicly talking about your version of the KGB called the Secret System, I'm down. Then you take me in a secret system tunnel, I'm down even more. Then you give me some time and you walk me by the cowboy candy shop, I'm down even more and more. But cowboy candy shop is not for this video. That is going to be for a YouTube short. But I think that's John Wayne and a cactus for the cowboy candy shop. I will see you on our excursion. I'll explain, I think it was 62 euro. We're taking an excursion to Murder Mountain with lunch. So we don't have a big lunch now because we've got an excursion at Murder Mountain. And I'll talk about Murder Mountain. There's the Croatia is the name of the mountain, but we learned that that's where the purge originated. So, Murder Mountain. But for right now, take on the glasses into cowboy candy. Catch you on the way to Murder Croatia, not Murder Mountain. Not Murder Mountain. I'm still gonna call it Murder Mountain. Pretty cool tour for the morning, actually. They really said way too much about their country. All right, so we are about to head into the last part of our Globus tour. That is, I call it Murder Mountain. We're going to a walking tour of Croatia. This is an extra cost excursion that is 62 euro to do. It's a walking tour of Murder Mountain, which we'll talk about Murder Mountain when we get there, and lunch in a local restaurant. So I want you to come along, and we're gonna do it. I'm gonna insert the whole walking tour right here. Hey there, welcome to or welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name is Richard. I'm coming to you from Trina, Albania, and we are going to do an optional tour with Globus today. This is a 62 euro optional tour called a walking tour of Croatia. Discover one of the most glorious cities in Albania with a walking tour of Croatia through the Ottoman bazaar, wooden shops, and displays brimming with unique gifts and antiques. Visit the castle walls, historical museum dedicated to the legendary military commander Skanderberg, and the old house converted into an ethnographic museum. Experience the cultural life in northern Albania, and lunch served in a local restaurant. So it is 11 a.m. right now. This is a $62 euro additional excursion, so about $70. And I'm gonna take you along. I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. So far, the first of the optional excursions, totally worth it. The second one, not so much. We'll see if this is. So we're gonna head to Croatia, which I have lovingly called Murder Mountain because it's pretty much where the purge happened. So I'm gonna take you to Croatia, give you an idea of what's going on there, and show you this additional tour. So join along as we do our walking tour of Croatia, which is gonna be an all-day thing. We're not gonna get back till like 7 o'clock at night, and then we've got dinner after that. So join along for the walking tour of Croatia, or as I call it, Murder Mountain. Don't worry, fill you in why when we get there. So we made it up the mountain. It is a very turns every type of way to get up the mountain. The road is really crazy. The driver just did like a 3-point turn, but in a giant bus. It was actually quite impressive to see. But yeah, it's very windy going up the mountain. But we are going to go have lunch. Not sure what kind of food it's going to be. Last night was kind of Turkish Indian food. Then I went to KFC after, but we'll forget about that. We're going to do lunch, so we're going to go to their bazaar, the market, learn about all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to get going. I will bring you along as we go explore Croatia, or as I'm calling it, Murder Mountain. We'll talk about that in a minute. See you at lunch. Right, so we are going to a restaurant Panorama, Hotel Restaurant Panorama, which I hope is going to give us a panoramic view. So here, let's take a look. A restaurant Panorama. Oh, we keep going down. Okay. Keep going down. Let's see. Is that the toilet you said? Oh. Oh no. Okay. I don't need the toilet yet. All right. Here we go.
On the left is a toilet.
Oh, okay. Where's this? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, dokie. I'm gonna take a look outside real quick. Then I'll find a seat. Yeah. So it is a someone's 18th birthday. Oh, there's a panorama from the restaurant Panorama. I think we're going up there and down there to the bazaar after we have lunch. Stick around. All right, so we got some salad, some red wine, and some bread, and also some bottled water, because again, the water's not really potable in this country. I'm pretty salad intolerant, but hey, look. You've seen a fat guy eat salad now. I'm just gonna pick out the good vegetables.
So if it is 3:30, you just go to sleep for like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, no, we're done like at dinner at 10, right?
Just stay awake.
Yeah. It's a salad. Right, so next up for lunch, it looks like we've got some way of some kind of a spinach pie.
I couldn't figure out what that was.
The black one is olive. The black is olive, the white one is cucumber.
Very,
Pink one,
very Turkish in nature.
Tomato.
the red one. Oh, but the black one olive.
A little bitter, but definitely a spinach pie. So we got some veal now. Yeah, well, it's veal with cottage cheese, and oh, look at that. Oh, I don't know about that.
Some cheese and
Remember, they don't have a bathroom on the bus. I don't know about that. I'm gonna try it,
Pass on that, okay?
but
Actually, not a veal.
kidding. It's a veal. It's good.
Try it.
I will try it. I will try it. I'll let you know how it is. All right. So their version of veal parmesan. Veal parmesan.
Kind of game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Let's see.
I could have another. Okay.
Oh, that's good. It's very Indian and Turkish, like what this culture is. It seems very like Indian, Turkish. It's their version of veal parmesan.
Very tasty.
It's pretty damn good. That's pretty good. Have some more. So yeah, there's another course here. We've got steak. And we've got veal, and nobody really wants their veal, so there's some free zone veal. It's some free zone veal right now. Free zone veal. We're gonna see how things are. Oh, there we go. So we can put the free zone veal down.
He can have this too. Did you give it to him or you eating it?
It's fine. I don't need that much veal. We're on Murder Mountain. They're trying to fatten me up for the slaughter because we're on Murder Mountain. But yeah, I don't need any more veal. Sad. Nobody has room for free zone veal at the table.
Nobody, one person.
No. I never said me. I said no. But I put it in the free zone. I put it in the free zone. See, they're blaming me for not eating the veal.
One person disappointed us.
Oh, I have dishonored my family. I guess now I'm going to get killed on Murder Mountain. I think that's how it works, right?
Yes.
If I don't eat the veal,
You're going to be stumbling through the Ottoman Bazaar.
they're going to
in
stump.
disgrace.
For your family,
Yeah.
disgrace of family. The good news is, what time is it right now?
One.
No. Let's try again. Let's show.
140.
This gentleman across the table knows. What time is it right now?
It is time for coffee and dessert. For more wine?
What time is it right now? It's wine o'clock. It's always wine o'clock.
It's always wine. It's always wine o'clock.
Yes,
Always 1 o'clock.
it's wine o'clock somewhere.
Always.
Yeah, it's always wine o'clock. They keep refilling this wine glass. Good God.
Is that number 3 for you?
Give me a second. So we've got our dessert now. What? Oh, caviar. It is some fruits. Yeah, it's like a pecan pie with some oranges, some kiwi, some mandarin, some apple, and some sticky pecan crap. Ooh. Ooh, that's good.
Kiwi is very helpful.
That's real good. I think I'm gonna put on the glasses and give them a try. All right, so now we are headed to the bazaar. We've got to go downstairs to get to the bazaar, like the Turkish bazaar. So let us see. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, this looks straight out of Turkey or Egypt. And there's some doggies and everything like that. Oh wow, you see a mosque there. Yeah, this is a bazaar. So, random bazaar dog. Hello, bazaar dog. How are you? There we go. She said, in the middle is the best way to walk. It's a Turkish bazaar. All right. In a little path. I'm good, thank you. All right. So here we are in the bazaar, up in the mountains of Croatia. It's very Turkish or Egyptian in nature. They're coming out. They see a whole path of tourists behind me. So, yeah, they're coming out to say hello. Yes, they've gotten the notice that there's a bunch of tourists coming this way. So they're like, yes, this is the time. This is the place. All kinds of different things here. Some people would say the assortment of things here is, how do you say again? It's bizarre. Yeah. Look at this. The amount of different things in this random little community is bizarre. Yes, it is. Something that smells good here. I wish you had smell-o-YouTube. Smell-o-vision. All right. Someone just said the flag looks like the Game of Thrones logo. And she laughed and said, I'll tell you about that. She's saying handmade objects. Yeah, they're made in China. These are not handmade. These are Chinese made. But, well, silks, rugs, all these things. No. No. This is straight China. Oh, well. The bazaar continues on. That's kind of cool. But yeah, when you bring a whole tour group down a bazaar, they go crazy, nutty, cuckoo, trying to sell to an entire tour group. I'll let you know more as I learn more here.
It's felt. And there are different shapes. I'll tell you for what reason there are different shapes. But first of all, these are traditional hats in Albania. So, once upon a time, but even let's say 50 years ago, 60 years ago, people used to have everyday life. Winter or not, I don't know, even summer. But the shape of the hat is telling to you or to someone from where it's coming from. So this is, for example, from a town in the field, like Tirana. Or there is this other shape, which is like a hill. So, for example, Croatia. But if someone is coming from the mountain, there is another one, which is like mountain. And this piece of felt is used for the hats in south of Albania, Girocastra city. Maybe you can click on Google and to understand more. And so you can understand that people are coming from this area. And this piece of felt is for Wi-Fi, you know.
All right, so we're heading further from the bazaar up to the castle. And yeah, that's kind of amazing how people built up here, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. What is the story of the shops we've seen on the way? Oh, there's new shops. But yeah, we're walking towards the castle. That's where we're going again.
And during the night for sleeping. And it's important. They were living like 25, 30 people in those houses. They have rules. For example, if you have a guest home, women, it's not that are entering and coming out, and the most important room of this house is guest house. But who are the guests? Guests are always men. So, and it has also a kind of a hierarchy, even to sit on this living room or a guest room. So no one younger can take a place that it's not for him. And only the youngest boy of the family could sit close to the door in order to communicate with the ladies, women, and bring and service to the guests in home.
So we are right now inside the castle. Up here you can kind of see the turrets of the castle and everything like that. It's pretty cool. It's on top of this hill. Again, why I call it Murder Mountain is because you can avenge your family here. And it's perfectly legal. You just have to drop the weapon on the body you kill and go to the funeral. But then if you do that, they go after you. Hashtag Murder Mountain. Maybe that's just a story they tell tourists. But I don't believe it. So I think we're going to go up to a museum.
This is called Code of Lake Ducagini. But what is about this code? A code of manners or a constitution. This was not a governative code, but this was really a real life, the rules that everyone should have in life from 15th century until 20th century. Okay, let's enter.
Albana, good question. What kind of tree is that? Because I've been seeing
A
it
plain,
all around.
probably plain. Plain.
Plain?
It's called plain, yes.
Plain
Plant.
tree.
Then
Oh.
I should find.
Yeah, no one in Croatia could answer that either. It's the same tree. It's green.
There's this sculpture right before you enter the museum. It's actually super impressive. It's gigantic. That's the guy who's on all the horses here. There's also a Fujitsu computer. Is there for some reason? Does it still work? Does it still work? No? I thought I was going to get yelled at for touching the Fujitsu. What you'll see. Really quite an impressive display here. This is just inside a museum. I don't know if it was made here, built here, transported here. But this is like, a couple tens of thousands, of hundreds of thousands of hours of work. This is made by hand. That's a very impressive layout right there.
The Greece part. So, the battle that was a lost battle was the one in Kosovo, 1389. This is well known in history, Battle of Kosovo, in field of Kosovo, and Kosovo in that period of time was already conquered by Serbs. So in this battle were participating Albanians, Serbs, and Ottomans. In this battle lost life Sultan Murad, so Ottoman Sultan, but also the Tsar Lazar or the King Lazar. So King Lazar, daughter and the son of Sultan did an arrangement of marriage, so it became a territory under the Ottoman Empire and allowing Ottoman Empire slowly going more down and taking more or gaining more territory in this area. But if you know something more, you will understand that either that religious codes are not based as a rules or constitution. So it's based in two principles. One is Besa, we call Besa, but in fact it's a promise or a given word or a gentleman word that no one can break. So it's an unwritten or unsubscribed agreement, but that you never can break it. The second is hospitality. Also, hospitality is something sacred for us, and this is a tradition even nowadays. So what do I mean for hospitality? For example, during the Second World War, you know that Jewish were persecuted and everyone was giving information where Jews are and so on. Even though in Albania in that period of time we had most part Muslim population, all Jewish that were founded in Albania, no one of them has ever been consigned to the Germans. If someone is killing a man, the other family can get a revenge to kill another man of the family, the other family. And it starts a kind of process of fight, feud, blood feud, in Italian. So it's a blood feud. But blood feud, it never ends up until all men are killed. Now the houses, architecture of the house in North Albania, because this is an event mostly on the mountainside, and it's not touching Albania, but it's all the region where it's mounted. The houses are like towers, no windows on the lower part. Windows are all on the upper part of the tower. It means that if the two families are now in this blood feud process, men, boys, starting from 15, 16, not younger, not children, has to be isolated in this town. So if any one of them comes out to work in the garden yard around, it will be immediately killed. So, in the Code of Lake Ducagini, it's written that you cannot kill a woman. If you kill a woman by mistake or whatever, the other family has to take two men, like blood of two men, kill two men. It's equal. But on the other side, it's well described regarding the honesty of the woman. If the husband proved that woman was not honest, no way, but anyway, women bring in their dowry 2 bullets with them.
Oh.
They are in the dowry. It means if they are not honest regarding family issues, the husband has the right to kill. So 2 bullets for making sure that he will kill. So what's happened if all men of the family were killed? It should be a solution. It should be not only an administrator of the home, because women are doing everything, always did everything. But it should be a person who can participate in meetings and who has the right to decide regarding all other members of the family. And these women should be young, not married. It can be 15, 16 years old, 17. She takes this role to be as man of the family. She gives up on marrying, so she cannot marry anymore. And for all her life, she took care about all family questions, family members' questions, but also has the right of decisions to vote, to take decisions in the village or in the town, wherever. We call these women sworn virgins because they swear that I have to do this role like the man of the family. Google it and you can find more information.
Let's go.
Well, there you have it. Y'all thought I was making up the murder mountain. No. Once they get all the men dead, then the woman has to swear a sworn virgin to still live. So yeah, Murder Mountain's real. And look, there's a great view from Murder Mountain right here. Almost as good as the view from the walls at the top of Dubrovnik. Almost as good as that. Not exactly, but almost as good. All right, so now that we finished the museum, we got about 40 minutes or so to look around the bazaar. Yes, the museum had a toilet, but it was a Turkish toilet. If you know what a Turkish toilet is, it's a hole. Sorry, the itch in my nose. It's a hole in the ground. You can see the museum behind me, and this whole area just survives purely on tourism. And it's not even season yet. It's March 2nd. It's still like 50 degrees Fahrenheit out here. And there's a mix of handmade stuff, but it's mostly cheap Chinese stuff. Look. Levi's, Prada, Dior, Nike. Yeah, no. But you can see it's one of the safe places of Albania because they know if they hurt a tourist here, they're done. You start getting a bad reputation here, you're done. So, yeah, I'm gonna look around, shop around a little bit, see what I can find here, and then we shall head back towards the bus, head back towards the hotel. We got a little bit of nap time in the hotel, and then dinner, and then literally gotta get on an airplane very soon the next day. But That's our choosing. But yeah, you know what? Overall, for this tour, for the 62 euros they want to charge for it, the tour to Murder Mountain, totally worth it. You know, that 65 euro dinner, the folklore one, a little pricey. The lunch was great. The drive up here was great. I stayed awake for the end of it. And it's pretty cool to be able to just walk through a Turkish bazaar, but not in Turkey. So I'm gonna say this trip to this little village, 62 euro, well worthwhile side excursion. Plus you can kind of understand why it costs as much as it does, because the bus has to come all the way up here. Pretty cool. There's some cars going that way, but cars are not allowed down the other street where the actual bazaar is. I'm gonna take you through the bazaar in 360, so make sure you check out the 360 video. But that's it for this tour. Definitely worth it at 62 euro. Great time, great unique place to see Murder Mountain, or however they call it. Kurja. But I'm still gonna call it Murder Mountain. Now, back down to the bazaar to see what bizarre things there are to see at the bazaar. See you later. And remember, I guess for those of you just watching for this segment, when you wear no pants, the only thing you have left to lose is your shirt. All right, so we are down here at our farewell dinner, and since it's farewell dinner, I brought my own beer. Somehow I still have Czech Republic beer with me in Albania, but they also have Korka, which is their beer. The salad, tuna. I heard we got veal or something for our main meal. So I'll show you the main meal. The salad was tuna. Main meal, and then we've got dessert. And then we're going to close off this whole trip because guess what? Tomorrow doesn't count. Say that again. Tomorrow doesn't count. This is a 7-day tour, not a 9-day tour. Globus lies to you. And realistically, it's a 6-day tour because one day is a travel day without any tour in it whatsoever that's included. But I digress. I knew this going in. I'm just trying to let you know that when they advertise a 9-day tour, it's really a 6-day tour. So you're getting, 2/3 of what you paid for. But I'll give you an update on the rest of dinner in just a moment time. All right. And so for our main course, we got some tough European beef. I'm sorry, if you go to Europe, just avoid beef. The pork is delicious. Yes, we're in Albania. It's a very Muslim country. You're not getting pork here. Chicken is your friend. Veal is pretty good too. But I know veal is a type of steak. Don't flame me in the comments. Yeah, steak is tough. Hey, look, I'm still gonna eat it because something's got to absorb the alcohol. I got a flight at 3:30 a.m. It's currently 8 p.m. So it's a little bit away. But yeah, just don't serve beef in Europe. We're gonna have a dessert in a minute, and I think I have been nominated to do a toast. So we'll do that after everybody finishes their thing, because I have a loud voice and someone's like, "Can you do a toast?" So we will do a toast.
So before everybody leaves, a toast, especially for yesterday with that immigration fund. So we toast to both of you with our 5 liters of wine, 1 Coke, and some undescript amount of euros. Cheers.
Cheers!
All right, so we got a little kind of
Nuts on the bottom.
parfait here with nuts on the bottom. This is our last real dish. Yes, we will be getting breakfast boxes tomorrow, which are god awful, and I'm happy I'm going to the Lufthansa Lounge instead, because that'll probably have better things on the breakfast boxes. But that's going to wrap up dinner. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave my feelings here for a little bit, and I'll give them to you right after dinner, just wrapping up the entire trip here, whether it's worth it or anything like that. I mean, the short answer is yes, it's worth it, but it's a little more complicated, so I'll give you a little bit longer of an answer after we finish dinner. Alrighty then. So that's going to wrap it up for the 9-day, actually 7-day, actually 6-day Escapes by Globus. Now I was going to say Poland, Croatia, and Albania escape. Remember, this is done in the off season. Now I've got some beer, I've got some wine to finish. Here's the simple thing: do your math. What do I mean by do your math? Check what the hotels are going to cost, check what the flights are going to cost, and here's what's cool. I guarantee you, add up the hotel and the flight costs you can get on your own, this is still going to come out cheaper. Plus you get a tour, plus you get some meals here and there, and everything like that. Is this the highest class thing you could do, like Adventures by Disney or a Globus summer tour that's on season and costs 4 times more? No. But did we go to a nearly empty Dubrovnik and walk the city walls? Yes. Did I have a pool all to myself and to the guide in a €500 a night hotel? Yes. Did we walk empty streets of, oh God, what's the name of that? Zagreb? Yes. Did we see a very, very sad city of Zadar? Yes. Were we in a hotel in Split? That was probably a couple €100 a night during the on-season. Yes. Your mileage may vary. Honestly, I think this trip is worth significantly more than anybody on board paid for. Anybody on board on the trip paid for it. I think the Globus priced this exactly right. They kind of underpriced it, to be honest with you, and they've sold it out until, I think, November of 2024. So this is Richard from No Pants Profits, closing out day number 7 of the Globus Escape of, where are we? Globus Escape of Croatia and Albania, going through Montenegro. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments below, or if you got a more private question, send it to nopantsprofits@gmail.com. This is Richard from No Pants Profits reminding you that when you wear no pants, especially in Albania, the only thing you have left to lose is your flamingo shirt. Have a great one, and I'll see you for the next trip, which is actually coming up really, really soon. Any questions? Drop it in the comments below. nopantsprofits@gmail.com. And remember, when you wear no pants, the only thing you have left to lose is your shirt. From Albania, with like a couple hours left, and I'm going to a tiki bar. But that's another video. Have a great one. Bye.